Booktube, it's Amy, and I'm back again to read from the Anatomy of Bibliomania by Holbrook Jackson. Today we are on page 54 with a section titled Delight That Varies with Time and Place. We may not all be bibliophiles of genius, all illustrious, still less all serene and rich in books with time and capacity to enjoy them, but we are as sufficient as we are various, and know our own food. We are as various as our books, and our love of them. And a piece of arras is composed of several parcels, some wrought of silk, some of gold or silver, or embroidered of diverse colours, all to serve for the externation of the whole, or as music is made of diverse chords, keys, harmonies, and cacophonies, a total sum of many small numbers, so is the pleasure of books in its greatest corporality, a library, whether big or small, of several unequal books, and the faculty variously to relish them. One will like this, another that, as dishes are chosen at a feast, not for the good they do us, but for the pleasure they give us. There being no greater good than enjoyment, as to dine with H.B. Wheatley, and to fondle his Dryden's was to sup with Atticus. Such are the very words of their profession, and as an exercise of logic, which few bookmen would put to doubt in so rapt a relation. The exquisite moment of joy, to be prolonged according to taste or skill, or both combined, is the object, as in the amorous poet. O heaven of love, thou moment of delight! Let every reader cite farther examples from his own adventures. For my part, I hold it fortunate that tastes are various. Jucidum nihil est nisi quod reficit veritas. We have a footnote here saying that refers to a line from Bacon, Ordimenta Rationalia, translating to nothing is pleasant unless spiced with variety. Let your bookcases and your shelves be your gardens and your pleasure grounds. Pluck the fruit that grows therein, gather the roses, the spices, the myrrh. If your soul be satiate and weary, change from garden to garden, from furrow to furrow, from sight to sight. Then will your desire renew itself, and your soul be satisfied with delight, remembering perchance that short retirement urges sweet return. But in the present matter, the effect of this consideration ought to be, and in this I find most content, that the greater the variety of tastes, the greater the variety of desirable books, and the wider the opportunity of enjoyment. It may be perhaps not impertinently added that this same argument holds good of that outward association with books peculiar to several collectors whose desire is not primarily to read. If all should be Huth and Huntingtons, there would not be enough covetable copies to go round, and this extrinsic bibliophile would succumb to a bibliomaniacal brawl in which Croce and Dari would continuously rage together over the shrinking treasure trove of Rayoria until the fall of that Goddardam rung when desirable copies would cease to occur. Who should then fill his shelves, build his bibliothèque in time, make his several choice for bookish raiment? We should starve for company, and sue at last to be as we were at first. But to this problem I shall return. In the meantime, 'tis exceedingly likely to conjecture that God hath appointed this inequality to sublimate our pleasures by the tonic of effort, for it is not solely, except in some instances, that the books themselves bring pleasure. We bribe them to a revelation of their inward riches by a hint of our own quality of enjoyment. Books are to us what we are to them. Nihil aluid necessarum ut sis miser, saith Cardan. And the footnote just says, de consolat. Quam ut te miserum credes. Let thy fortune be what it will, thy mind alone makes thee poor or rich, miserable or happy. But being nulli secundi, quintessence of the most sensitive minds, books vary with our intentions, our moods, and our years. They change like friends, like ourselves, like everything. But they are the most piquant of the contrast. They provoke the vicissitudes of years, are printed and packed in a thin octavo and the shivering ghosts of desire and hope return to their forbidden home in the heart and fancy. And that's interesting. The second footnote here just says, reference lost, not referring to a work, just noting that the reference, I guess, was lost somewhere in his notes and writing. G.K. Chesterton on Charles Dickens, and also quoting from the private papers of Henry Rycroft there. The next section here is poverty, no hindrance, riches, no help, followed by treasuries of happiness never exhausted. But that's all for today.